A remarkable discovery at the F. Scott and Zelda Fitzgerald Museum in Montgomery. Leaders there have uncovered wallpaper still on the walls that dates back to the early 1900s.
And this provides more clues about life in the house when the couple lived there. WSFA 12 News reporter Bethany Davis joins us live from the museum this morning with more. And Bethany, historians are very excited about this discovery, aren't they?
Well, this discovery will help get the museum on the National Historic Registry, which will open up some really big funding avenues for the museum. This house is the only place in the world that is a museum dedicated to the lives and the legacies of famous author F. Scott Fitzgerald and his wife Zelda. The house was built in 1909. Now, we were here in February when the museum had just completed renovations to one of the upstairs apartments and rented it on Airbnb. Well, it was in the process of renovating the other apartment upstairs when up to 10 different wallpaper patterns were discovered. The museum's director says this will ramp up the preservation efforts. It's just the first step in more than $1 million in restoration ahead of them.
You know, we have structural issues that we're starting to have challenges with. We're starting with the roof, so that should be coming up within the next few months. Then we go to harder things like the foundation. But our goal is to preserve the downstairs floor as it was when Scott and Zelda lived here. And to maintain the apartments as they've been, but to keep doing Airbnb and residencies primarily. We'd love scholars and writers to be able to come and stay in this space. To be a space that you can actually experience Montgomery, walk through the neighborhoods, just live as Scott and Zelda lived in the 30s. Is really fantastic, and we've been very lucky. We have records and books in the apartments. People kind of unplug and unwind, and that's our goal, is just to kind of disconnect.
Fitzgerald, best known perhaps for writing The Great Gatsby, is believed he also wrote portions of 2 other novels while he was living here in this house, Tender is the Night and Save Me the Waltz. Now, according to the director here, there's only one wallpaper company still in business that was actually in business at the time this house was built. That company has verified that the wallpaper discovered here dates back to somewhere between 1910 and the 1930s, guys.
All right, very cool, Bethany. Thank you. F. Scott and Zelda Fitzgerald lived in that house in 1931 and in 1930.